there.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm very excited. We have a 5 versus 4 right here. Obviously, we're not going to see 5 people on the board at any given time, but they have the option for a substitute if they so desire, sitting in the wing right now. And it looks like, oh my gosh, everyone immediately on Hanran's team just readying up, ready to go into the action. Demise readying up second. And we are going to be going into game number 1, top 24, winners round number 2. Let's see what we got going into it.
We're going to see Hanran in the green, Demise in the purple this time around. As we'll take a look at our comps going in here. Tension with the scope here, pretty classic for him. Zero playing that aggressive front line. The show between Zero and Brand might be something to look out for as we watch this set unfold. That being said, it will be Tic Tac going down at the start there, and Bran maybe seeing an opportunity here as well. Actually, as soon as we say that, the purple side will be able to control the zone, but it being a 3v4 in the center might be a chance for them to use their sheer ink output to their advantage. But that being said, again, Tension able to come out with a clutch snipe onto Bran. That'll be a Stingray coming out to at least enable the push coming in from DJ, Tic Tac, and Co. With 3 players diving in deep already. That's going to be a sign of more things to come, probably for Demise.
And Tension is going to hold such a solid backline between the Stingray and just the general charger. It's going to be so hard to take them out. And I would not want to be Hanran in that situation when you have a talented charger like them in the backlines. Good pick also. Oh my gosh, playing hide and seek with that person.
I did not know that person was there.
I didn't know that person was there too. They activated their sixth sense. They've been playing a little bit too much Persona 5. Activated the Eye of God there. Seeing who was exactly behind that backline. Unfortunately for that player right there, a little bit too pinned in that situation. Tension moving in slowly but surely, living up to that name, bringing the tension as there's a 3-down situation. This is looking like it's going to go to 0 very fast, Eric.
I think the initial snipes, especially at the beginning, actually helped really determine the course of this one. GameTV will do what they can to get to the middle of the map, but it's going to be a little bit too late here with 1 point remaining, just getting a little bit of a slosh there, but it won't be enough. Demise taking advantage of the very early bit of it, able to push in 3 players so early on in the game, it was curtains closed at that point.
But Demise bringing their Demise, man.
Yeah.
It was just a lockdown. What could you do about it? You could try and get in the best you can, but when you have a back line like that and 0 on the front line, what else can you do?
Yeah.
All your options are cut off, and now we're going into the close quarters map of Humpback Pump Track Rainmaker. And that map, oh my gosh, 1 wipe, 2 wipes, that's all it takes, man. That is all we're going to be seeing. I think, personally, from how we saw that first game go,
I think I know what you're going to say.
I think Demise is just going to keep up the sweep. If all they need is just a couple picks to open up the lock in this kind of weak wall that Hanran is putting up, I think that's all we're going to be seeing, and it's going to be a quick game for Demise. Start your timers now. How long is it going to take? Or will Hanran realize their mistakes, realize the situation, and understand what they need to do to adjust? But so far, I just haven't seen it.
That's fair. I think Hanran is prone to being as equally explosive. That's, I guess, my saving grace for them. I do agree that just given what we just saw right now is pretty hinting, I guess, just given the map mode coming up. But, I mean, we'll have to see. And I think just given the kind of environment players work around in the middle of the map and kind of play around it, weapons will be pretty important in this one coming up. So, that being said, I mean, as long as Hanran's able to at least play a little bit more patiently in this one, I think they can maybe get away with a tighter match. And I think just giving themselves more breathing room to recover it will do them so much more. So hopefully they're able to at least play this one a little bit slowly if maybe they do get caught off guard and maybe not drop too many people, so that they give themselves all the inbound opportunities needed, the inbounds needed to show some resistance over time.
And if we do still see, and we likely will, if we do still see that charger coming out from Demise, it's going to be so hard to lock down the point when you have the eyes of God, the eyes of God, Pugly there, looking down on you, or not Pugly, excuse me, the eyes of Tension, looking down on you from afar. He's already set up. They do have a counter sniper in the form of Pugly there. it's gonna be so tough. They do have a Rainmaker. Excuse me, I might have said Splat Zones. I apologize, but they do have a Rainmaker, so there is gonna be more of a defined point for the Charger to be pointing at. But we'll see what the opening segments of this game have to offer. Tension is gonna be the one picking up the Rainmaker, and just like that, Zero coming along the side, Tension is just gonna say, hey, I see this nice avenue. I don't need to go far. That's going to be game. Hey, look, everybody. Game is 4 letters long, and that game was 4 seconds long.
Yeah, that was a certainly quick one. And I mean, Pugly definitely rising up to the challenge of a Charger duel, but unfortunately wasn't able to get what he wanted out of that one, and that was a quick and smooth one coming out. Hanran down 0-2. I know... that was DJ's mom that howled out, and God bless her, she's one of the most supportive.
She's
and
so cool. I love her. She's everywhere.
She's actually genuinely fun and cool to have around. A, I know that much. B, I know that those are incredibly short. And Hanran, I have not seen them bounce back too much historically.
But that's what Humpback Pump Track does. Like, Humpback Pump Track is the name of the game, is like a 30-second experience. However,
unless it's on Splat Zones, I would argue.
That's very true.
Yes.
You could see how much Demise even held that short situation. Just having Zero doing that side flank, getting the kills, getting their opportunities locked in, it showed just the gap of skill that they have right now. And Hanran really needs to pull something back to handle tower control Manta Maria, which is going to be such a hard maneuver to pull. When Demise only has to worry about defense, they're up 2 games. They don't need to sweat the small stuff. They need to get a lead, hold it well, and that's all they need to do to really reap their target, going with their icon right there.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like even before just getting a lead, just simply being able to breathe and remain on the same playing field as Demise. I was tempted to ask, and I'm always tempted to ask a fellow commentator, what their thoughts are on, being able to come back from a deficit like this. But honestly, I don't think you've been given evidence. You haven't been given enough seconds on the clock to be able to make that decision in the positive for them. So
it all comes down to potential in my eyes, because all I see when I see this stuff is like, what does the team at the deficit offer? And right now, look at Demise go. Zero. My name might be Zero, but I'm getting 3 kills at minimum. Like, this is just looking so good for them. I hate to really say this is a 100-0 situation, but man, what is Hanran going to do to reverse this right now? They're just moving in like it's like a small, squishy plush doll fighting a steamroller. What are you going to do about this? Demise is just moving in slowly but surely, like the sands of time continue to fall. They are going to move this checkpoint to the goal, and that is going to be the game.
And at this point, I think you can tell they've kind of mentally checked out a little bit. I mean, it really just feels like they've kind of given into the impulse to just kind of individually charge in, and it worked for the time being, I suppose, sure. And you might be able to argue this is the most seconds we've seen on the clock, but that, of Hanran being on the board, but that bar is kind of low at this point. So, sure, they have some paint on the ground, but will they be able to convert this into something that is a little bit more conscious and coordinated on their effort is what I really just want to see from them, and hopefully we do see that sometime soon.
Yeah, Zero. Look at Zero just hanging out back there, man. He's like not letting himself be noticed at all. Look at that. He's slipping into the backlines right there. Cynical is about to get slapped right now. He's going to be coming in from the side. The instant this Booyah Bomb drops, look at him going.
Oh, but actually being able to use that Booyah Bomb to their advantage to defend themselves from that sneak attack, which I don't even think was intentional at that point, but still, nonetheless, able to use that to their advantage. Brand, beautiful use of that spot bomb in the environment to be able to land on their opponent. And Grimothy now with the trade there, things are looking on the up for Hanran. This is the first time that we can confidently say they've been able to outclass their opponent in a team fight.
Yeah, it's looking all right for them. They just had a 2-down situation. People are going to be slowly coming back in. But I'll tell you what, Eric, what does Demise have to do? They just have to put up a good wall. They can keep the checkpoint there for the entire 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
not even give a good wall, just simply breathe, exist, and maybe play some hide and seek in there, and then, they can run the clock.
Hanran just has to find these opportunities, and Demise is not giving it to them, man. It's like an unfair job interview, man. They're not giving them anything to offer. They already have their pick philosophy down there. Just one pick after another. DJ, finding a pick.
Sure.
Just like that. Look at that point. Look at that point, man. It's going to be at 0 soon enough.
Even if you are, maybe getting some spots on the board for Hanran, at the end of the day, it is what it felt like for us. Demise just simply the preferred opponents here, and 9 times out of 10. Maybe, sure, yeah, they did have, Hanran did have their 1 time out of 10. Maybe they're 2 times out of 10, for that matter. But at the end of the day, it is really just that low number versus that high number. So we'll see that tower get back to the middle of the map. We'll see, maybe how Brand and Cynical are able to use it to their advantage. But you see them playing patiently, maybe rightfully so. But how Brand and Cynical capitalize from here and maybe are able to sneak on them is going to be super important. Unfortunately, Cynical going down. Trying to push the tower, but unfortunately going down as well in midair that time. My goodness, that was impressive. It's certainly still dealing with Demise again.
I see chat spamming those eyes to help Demise, and I don't know, man. I think Demise is helping themselves to this feast that Hanran is hosting. My gosh, they are the caterers to this buffet, because this is looking just so good for Demise. What can Demise, what can Hanran do to this is just, it's just a thought. Oh, they got 2 points on the board. Good stuff, man. But like 47 seconds left to go. I just think Demise can just hold back, charge specials, and just wait for the last 10 seconds to just.
Or you can just roll over your opponent and say, chill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, quick flex for the stream right there. Gonna be getting their KO opportunity. Quick 3-0 handshake. Moving on with their life.
What is Grimm's hoodie? I just saw a really cool hoodie, and if nothing else, sure, they got 3-0'd, but that's a cool hoodie they got. And beyond the cool hoodie, Hanran, they're a team that's able to, if nothing else, much more so than a lot of other teams I feel like I've seen, able to just really have fun with it. And that's kind of why they've been a team for so long, is that they might not even be nearly as active as maybe 60 to 80% of the teams in this room, but they are able to show consistent level of skill that gets them into these top level brackets, but even with defeats, they might be quick to go down, but they do it because they're just having fun with them, with the game, with their teammates, etc.
So we have the bracket right here.
What technology we have here.
Yo, you want to talk about this?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to my man here.
Yeah.
Handing us the iPad.
So
full functionality here. Talk to us.
Yeah, so we have a couple more matches coming up here. Still, the only results that have come in so far have been For the What versus Tudos and his family, which was a 3-0, and of course Demise versus Hanran being a 3-0. We have a couple more matches coming up. Surely, I believe we had a few matches going on in concurrent, in parallel to what we just saw, but we might have maybe one more coming up. So I believe our TOs are deciding that one right now. I kind of have my eyes on a few, which, by the way, if you're looking and checking out the brackets, or you want to check out the brackets, go ahead and on over to smash.gg/SNS5. Be able to check out your brackets there, whether it be Splatoon 2 or Smash Bros. Or DDR, whatever your cup of tea is.
Dude, I want to see the person who's monitoring the DDR tournament. That's saying, yo, my man shuffles.
Honestly, that would be a really cool scene to just even get a glance at.
Real talk?
Yeah.
I would love to see what the DDR scene looks
Do
like.
you play DDR by any chance?
Oh, God, no, man. Dude, these feet don't move. These feet only move when I'm running away from a rushdown.
All right. Well, yeah, I think we still have a couple of our matches still finishing up. But that being said, I think our results are coming and flowing in. And this has been top 24 so far. Of course, this was just the first 2 rounds and then just a winner's bracket to just give an idea of what we're looking at for the remaining
rounds.
By the
way. Oh, my God.
Actions. Let's just take a look at the losers round that's ahead of us. I don't really know. I think this will maybe show up on the screen. There's plenty of action coming up ahead of us, if I'm scrolling this the right way. Yeah, there's a lot of losers bracket matches coming up here. So that being said, we have so many rounds of play left, whether it be tomorrow or the day after, and it's going to be, I think that's one of the pride and joys of this tournament, is just being able to showcase such close contention over these the top cut like this. So
It's a big 3-day event. There's
Yeah.
plenty of Splatoon to happen. There's plenty of every game to happen. Even if you're just like here for Splatoon because you're like, oh, I've heard of Splatoon before.
Yeah, right,
you know,
right.
there's so much to watch. There's so much to keep an eye on. I mean, personally, Splatoon is looking pretty good so far. I would love to see how this progresses into the Saturday and Sunday events.
Absolutely, yeah. And keep in mind, guys, of course, our friends at GenGAME are still finishing up their stream. Still plenty of action happening on over there in this top 24 action. Come back tomorrow for more to come. And again, thank you for coming in on tuning. If you've enjoyed what you've seen, maybe drop a follow, tweet us out. We'll be looking forward to you guys coming back in the time in the next few days. But Philo, it's been a pleasure.
Been a
As
pleasure
always,
coming in with you, man.
yes.
That's
and,
right. That's right.
We'll see you guys in the next coming days. Take care.